What's cooking, everyone? My name's The Chef's Life and welcome back to another Minecraft mod showcase, where today we're going to be checking out the small ships mod, a really cool mod that adds a new set of boats, well, a couple of boats, and you could basically just put some chests and cannons on them and just have like role play with your friends. And so yeah, let's just check out how you can craft this stuff. So first thing you're going to need to make is a sail, and to make a sail you're basically just going to need a couple of wool, some leads, as well as some logs or some wood. So you could basically just have a random orientation of whatever color wool as well as any color log, and you'll still get the sail. And now with the sail you can craft all these other types of boats, but we're going to put this one back because we're not actually going to need it. But we are going to grab the ingredients in here, and to make the first type of ship you're going to need to put 3 oak boats at the very bottom, 1 sail in the very center, and 2 leads on the sides, and you get the oak cog. Or you could use any type of wood to craft the boat, so as long as it's in that orientation. And so yeah, there we go. We got the cog. We're just going to kind of go over here to get a better look at it. And yeah, so it's a, it's a small ship. So first thing, we're going to want to right click onto it, and you could see that we can just, get on the boat and start riding it. It's got some cool animations like the little rudder thing at the bottom. And then we also have the sails and all the just kind of detail with like the rope. And so you're going to notice that you can't really go forward. You're going to want to press R, which does something else for me, but we're going to press R. And then when you continue going forward, you can change the speed based on how the sail looks. So you'll see that we're just going as quick as we can now. We can't go any further. And to retract the sails, you're going to want to press the back button. And there we go. And then in order to just stop completely, you're going to want to press R. So now we're just going to shift and hop off the boat. Up next, we're going to look at the brig. So we have the sails as well as the lead, and we need these oak chests, these oak boats with chests. So to make the cog, we're just going to put all the chests at the very bottom, the lead in the very center, and sails on the side. And that's how you get the oak brig. And now we're going to place the brig. There we go. And it is just a much bigger ship than the cog. All right, so we're just going to right click, and yeah, so now we're just on the side of the boat, but it acts just the same. So if we press R, we're going to start going much quicker. Oh, and I forgot, you can actually zoom out. So same thing, we're going to want to press W or the forward key, and we might want to turn because we're going to crash. Yeah, this one's definitely got some tighter turns. Yeah, let's just go back that way. Oh, I'm like hitting the squid in the water. And I did forget to show off that if you do shift and right click, it does open up a whole inventory. Apparently you can hold like a whole double chest or 2 double chests worth of stuff on the ships. And this is just the cog. Let me see how much the brig is. It's 3. Okay. So you can see all the details here. You can probably give it its own name with like a name tag or naming the boat and the anvil. You can see what type of ship it is, crew, meaning how many people can sit on it, and the speed of which it's going at, which of course right now it's stopped, so it's at 0. And then we have damage, which is taken none. So then we have cannons. So yeah, as you can see, you can actually place cannons in here. So we're not going to go into that just yet. We're going to take a look at the final 2 ships, and the next one is the Galley. Oh, and I need to put the brig back. All right, so we're going to grab 3 leads, 2 chests, and 1 sail, and we need 3 oak boats, or of course, any boat. We're going to place them in the crafting grid. We're going to place that in the middle. We're going to place the chests on the side and the leads at the top, and we're going to get the oak galley. And here we go. There we go. It seems like it was much bigger, but it's actually just about the same as that one. It's just got one big vertical, or not vertical, but like tilted sail, and yeah, and it's got a bunch of rows, or sorry, what are these called, the thing that help push the boat manually with your hands. And so with this one you can actually just go forward. You don't even need to pull down the sail, but if you do pull down the sail and of course just do that, I think this is the fastest ship in the mod. So, you do use your hand power as well as the sail power, and you can go as quick as you want. And so, yeah, with the galley, you can actually put a bunch of shields on them. Of course, I'm going to show that after we show off the drakkar. So we're going to need, of course, 3 boats. We're going to need 2 chests, a lead, 2 string, and 1 sail. And well, okay, let me see if I could remember this. So we're just going to put the boats there, put the chest right there. I think the sail's at the top, the lead's at the bottom, and the string. Yep, there we go. I actually got that. And the drakkar, I think this might be bigger. Let me see. Oh, all right, no. All right, actually, no, this is smaller than the galley, actually. All right, but this one actually has a special feature, which I actually should go to a icy biome. All right, so now we're in a snowy area where there's ice covering the water. And yeah, so we're just going to get in the drakkar or the drakkar. And with this one, you can exclusively, or this has an exclusive little feature where if you sail through the water, it will just basically start to break the ice, and you can just sail through it. Granted, it is a bit wonky because of, you know, going super fast and, you know, the ice breaking really slowly. It's a bit messy, but it's okay. So we're just going to try and go a bit quicker. We're going as quick as we can, but I'm pretty sure we're going just as quick as we came in. So yeah, regardless of how wonky it is, it's a very cool feature. So we're just going to kind of head back. And that was the drakkar, the drakkar, however it's pronounced. I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Over here, we got a couple of equipment stuff, some upgrades to the ships that we can apply. So like I said, with the shield, you can actually put it on both the galley. Oh, sorry, you actually, oh, okay, never mind. Can you not put it on the galley? Can you only put it on this one? Oh, okay, I was mistaken. You can only put shields on the, what was this one called? The drakkar. This one you can only apply shields on. This one you cannot. I think I got it mixed up because they have the rows or whatever the paddles are called. But with all the other ships, you can't really do that. As you can see, you can't do it with that one. And with this one, yep, you cannot do it. Another thing you could do is put banners on the ships, which give out this really cool flag design. But it is a bit weird with stuff like these banners where the design is upward. Because it's, well, it does that, which is not really the best look, but you know, you work with what you got. Yeah, there we go. We got like the classic kind of pirate flag with the skull and crossbones. And in case you were wondering, yes, you can dye the sails. It actually also dyes the rope. So yes, you can dye the sails and you can make it any color you want, which is really cool, really nice feature. So yeah, there we go. Now we got a fleet of colorful ships. And for one of the last pieces of equipment, you can actually use both iron nuggets and planks. I don't know if it has to be specific color-coded planks. So for this, we're just going to show off that you could use oak. But if you, let's see, if we damage the ship and we, nope, trying to access the inventory, you can see that it has 12% damage. So let's just kind of hit it a bit more. So now you could see that the ship is starting to smoke, which means it's pretty heavily damaged. So if you hold out some iron nuggets while having planks in your inventory and right click, you can see that it does take away the pieces of nugget and planks. And there you go. So now you could see that we are back at a, well, not 100% health. Well, technically 100% health, just 0% damage. And yeah, so that's how you repair ships. And that is the final piece of ship equipment. All right, so for the final piece of the mod, we're going to go over how to make the cannon and cannonballs. So we're just going to grab all this stuff. We're going to grab that axe. All right, so to make the cannon, you're going to need 3 blocks of iron. You're going to need a piece of string and 2 logs of any kind. And you can make the ship cannon. And for the cannonballs, you're going to need a piece of gunpowder as well as iron nuggets. And with that, you can make 2 cannonballs. So we're actually going to spawn in a couple more because we're going to need a lot to be able to take out those pillager pirates. All right, so we're gonna have to pick one of these ships to take with us to take out those pirates. I think we're going to take the first one we did, which is the cog. And so when you place the ship cannons onto the ships, oh no, you actually just need to right click. When you place the ship cannons on the ship, they actually do add a bit of weight. So we're probably going to need to put the sail down all the way. And oh no, I meant to open up the inventory. There we go. And so the way it works is that you have to look a certain direction and press space. Oh my gosh, that was so loud. I was, jeez, they're extremely loud. Here we go. Yeah, they fire off one at a time. And yeah, that's cool. So if you press space while looking forward, it won't actually work. And if you want to be able to take off the cannons, you do just need to right click with an axe to just remove the cannons. And there you go. I kind of have a bunch of cannons now, so we're just going to get rid of all that. All right, so now we're just going to get ready so we can take on those pillager pirates away from the lab. And yeah, let's get right to it. All right, and we are back, and we are about to start sailing off to take out these pillager pirates. We don't want them to come back because they are going to, well, basically they're going to raid us. We don't want that to happen. So we're just going to try and get a good angle to be able to shoot them with the cannons. Seems like they've already started to get ready. All right, let's stop right here and let's fire the cannons. Go. Let's see if we could get rid of the ship as a whole. We just need to keep firing. You can already hear the planks kind of breaking. Oh yeah, those are some good shots. You basically have like ship warfare out here. And there we go. Yeah. Well, I guess that was it. That's all it took. Alright, so that'll be about it for the mod showcase. If you guys do want to try it out, I would recommend it. It will be in the description. And of course, if you guys did enjoy, please consider leaving a like, subscribe to keep up to date with more Minecraft content, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.